Hello, welcome to your new moon tarot readings for September 2016. Thank you for stopping by. New moons are the best time to plant the seeds to co-create your life, and you are going to tend to these seeds, nurture them, water them, help them grow, and they will culminate into full moons 6 months from now, roughly 6 months from now. So my readings are about planting the seeds for this new moon activation point. Keep in mind that these are general readings and may not resonate with you. For personal readings, please check out the description box below for more information. I am offering Name Your Price Star Tarot readings until the end of 2016. Also listed below are timestamps if you would like to skip insights on the new moon transits. I have prayed to God, to angels, to my ancestors, to spirit guides, to deliver clear, loving messages for the highest good of all. So let's get into it. Because this is very Virgo-centric, it's worth mentioning that Mercury is in retrograde and Mercury is in Virgo, and Virgo is very mercurial. Mercury is about information, communication. When Mercury is in retrograde, we can experience delays in email or technology breakdowns or misunderstandings, jumbled up information. What I got from these readings was being overly involved in details. So there's this information overload that a lot of the signs are experiencing, and most of the messages I've been getting are just to simplify this information. So we are going to have to make a lot of edits this new moon cycle to weed out the information that is unnecessary and distracting us from the big picture. But these are the times you have to embrace Mercury in retrograde. Everyone hates Mercury in retrograde because, you know, things are frustrating, calls don't go through, computers break down, and, you know, it's frustrating because we want to just get things done. But I think there's a purpose. I think to embrace Mercury in retrograde is to look at these breakdowns and look at them as happy accidents. So maybe you're communicating with someone via email and things get heated or something, and you you know, write this long reply. Oh, what would be even better is comments, because a lot of people fight in like social media comments. So let's use this as an example. You're having a fight on Facebook about some sort of political thing. And for whatever reason, this big long comment that you had that, you know, brought light to the political system and how this country is run, and you spent, you know, 30 minutes typing this dissertation on your opinion, only to have your server shut down and you weren't able to deliver that message. So this can be really frustrating. This is the effects of Mercury in retrograde. But I think during these times, it helps us, like, that message wasn't meant to go through, so it helps us stop, slow down, and think of better ways to get our message across, to figure out better ways to use technology. So it's just a time to embrace Mercury in retrograde is to embrace the delays as times to perfect systems. And because this is in Virgo, and because Virgo is ruled by Mercury, I think what we can learn from Virgo in this Mercury in retrograde, in this Sun in Virgo, in this Moon in Virgo, is to step back from our like hypercriticism, which is also Virgo, but step back from the situation and reevaluate how we go about things. So don't get frustrated with Mercury in retrograde. I mean, it is frustrating, but one way to curb that frustration is to embrace it for the opportunity to make it better. In my readings, it seems like air signs are going to handle the Mercury in retrograde better than others this month. They're very cerebral signs. They think a lot about abstract thought, and they're very communicative. So that is my Mercury in retrograde. Another planetary influence that has been activated during this new moon is the Pisces-Saturn square. And mutable signs are going to struggle with these energies. I'm sorry. Mercury in retrograde, the air signs are Libra, Gemini, and Aquarius. And those are the signs that are going to handle Mercury in retrograde the best. But for the Pisces-Saturn square, mutable signs, which are Gemini, Virgo, Sagittarius, and Pisces, they're going to struggle with Pisces and Saturn square the most. And what this square is doing is it's challenging our fact versus fiction. You have cold hard facts, hypercriticism, this is Saturn, overanalyzing, information overload, skepticism, and stubborn, fixated on stubborn data. And that's Saturn. Saturn is the hard lesson planet. And mixed with Mercury in retrograde and this information overload, too detail-oriented type of energy, some of you might be feeling this very strongly. For others, it's the cold hard facts versus delusion, living in a fantasy, over-imagination, detached from reality. So that's going to be on the Pisces end. It's going to be more dreamy. It's going to be more detached from reality, not living, not seeing what's really there, like believable lies. So I think this Pisces-Saturn square is how we can use this, it's going to cause a lot of fights. It's going to cause a lot of fights, in the workplace. It's going to cause a lot of fights in families, in multi-generational situations. And I feel like it's going to be, a lot over what we usually fight about with different generations, which is religion and politics. And if you live in the U.S., since we're in an election cycle, things get more heated and divisive. So this Pisces-Saturn square is going to challenge all of us to piece together what is real and see what areas we need to suspend our disbelief and kind of be more idealistic about, because sometimes when we are too fixated on data, we're not seeing the big picture, like the Mercury in retrograde situation. And I think how we can use it to our advantage is to articulate our manifestations. So this is going to help us weed out unnecessary expectations that Saturn has, but it's also going to get us more realistic with our dreams, like Pisces experiences. So we're going to articulate what we want in life based on this push and pull of facts and fantasy. Another planetary influence, the last one, is the there's Mars in Sagittarius and Saturn in Sagittarius. And during my tarot readings, all of the animal cards, except for Leo, the lion, got the devil. Excuse me. Aries is the ram, Taurus is the bull, Sagittarius is the horse, Capricorn is the goat. Aries, Taurus, Sagittarius, and Capricorn all got the devil. Don't be scared of the devil. It means a lot of different things. But in this, planetary dance for this month, and it meant different things in different readings too, but the energy of the month, if you're dealing with this Mars in Sagittarius, Saturn in Sagittarius, is, think about the devil, like the actual devil, Lucifer. He's a fallen angel who's stuck on earth. So I think the energy we're dealing with is in regards to our animal urges, to, sex and lust, or ego drama and us lashing out. So there might be some temptations. There might be some, temptations to, screw things we shouldn't. Or there might be some temptations to pick fights that will not bring about any resolutions. They're just fights to win. They're just fights to dominate. So I think those mammal signs, Aries, Taurus, Sagittarius, Capricorn, and also fire signs, even though the Leo did not have devil, Leo is a fire sign, and I feel like they are still involved in this story. So just be aware of your instincts and try to rise above. Try to be like an angel. I mean, not you don't have to be a saint or anything. Just try to rise above temptations that are going to keep you stuck on earth and not elevating to a higher place. So that is the planetary insights that I got for my tarot readings. For the planetary insights I got before my tarot readings, it is included in the description box below. Also, the decks I used, and plenty of other information. So now on to your tarot readings. Hello, Sagittarius, Sagittarians. I feel like this reading is going to be a dating reading, not a single as a dollar bill, not seeing anyone reading, and not a not for those who are in committed monogamous relationships. If you are in a committed monogamous relationship, or if you are dry as a bone right now, then think of this more as a friendship reading. But I really got the sense that it was dating. So let's jump into it. So maybe you're involved with someone who's a little too emotional for you. And Sagittarius don't like to swim in the emotional pool too often. They don't like to go into the depths. They like to keep it fun and light. So I think the fun that you originally had with this water sign person, Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces, is slowly turning sour. And you're not fulfilled with this person. You're still having fun with them, still seeing them, but you're not getting... it's kind of like fast food, it doesn't sustain you. And I think you're getting a little bored with their antics. Sagittarians can get bored very easily. So you're looking over at an earth sign. An earth sign is a Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo. And she's looking over at you, or he, is looking over at you. There's mutual attraction. And earth signs are very, if it's not a Taurus, a Virgo, or a Capricorn, it's someone who's very stable. Earth signs are very stable. They're very spreadsheets and insurance plans type of people. And you're looking at this person, and you want this person, but you feel like getting involved with them, they would need a level of commitment that is not your natural state. Because you need to be free. You can't stand to feel fenced in. You got to explore other pastures, and you just can't be tied down to one thing. It's not, it's like the worst thing for Sagittarians. But this earth energy loves rules and guidelines. So I don't think the earth sign is good for you. Lovely person, good reason to have your eye on them because they are very stable and mature. But you guys are just two very different people. And I think it's better in theory than it is in practice. So you're fearing that you're going to be chained and you're going to be tied down. And if you do get involved with this person, it's going to be exactly the way you predict. It's going to be boring and rigid and slow and dry. And this person never takes risks. And they wear white underwear. And you're just two different people. And you can't take it. I don't think you're good for this water sign. And I'll get into that in a bit. But, you know, you do like to date around. And there's no shame in that. I have Venus in Sagittarius, so I very much love like a Sagittarian a lot of times. And so I get it, you know. Gotta be free. Lots of love to give, lots of people in the world. But the good thing is that you're honest. Sagittarians can be honest to a fault. They can be blunt. But other personality types need different things. And these two types, this earth sign and this water sign, they need higher levels of commitment or structure in their lives. And a personality like yours needs adventure and constant stimuli. That these people cannot and will not give you. And that's okay. It's just a matter of not matching. So maybe in theory you want to date these people, you wanted to learn about them, but you're still unfulfilled. They're great, but they just don't satisfy you. Fast food. And this cups person, I think this cups person is actually kind of manipulative. And she or he feels like you're neglecting them. And they try to strategize and trick you into commitment. They give you a lot and do a lot of things for you, but for a price. So they use their sweetness to, make you feel guilty. And I think you've been clear with them, and I think you've told them, hey, this is who I am as a person. I need my independence. I'm not leaving you out in the cold. This is just how I operate, and I can't help it. But this person's neediness is just too advanced for your honesty. And this person's neediness has caused you to withhold investing in them emotionally, and I think maybe even investing in anyone emotionally at all, altogether, with anyone. I get a very strong sense of you stonewalling. So whenever anyone comes to you with a emotional, they need to talk through an emotional state, I think you just shut them down and say no. And that's not good for you because you will still go on and not be satisfied. You need to make emotional investments just with the right type of people and people who understand you and will let you be free. So there is one person in this whole dating merry-go-round that might actually be that person that I feel like you are stonewalling, but you shouldn't. If you are involved with a Leo, they might have done something recently where they threw a temper tantrum. And it might be because they want to be treated like royalty. They're the lions, the king and queen of the pride. So they want you to, basically fawn over them and only them. They want to be the only one. And as much as this sounds like, ooh, yucky commitment, they are actually a pretty good match for you. They're another fire sign, so they are fiery. They do like adventure. They're very sunny, happy people. And they're very funny. And they're ruled by the house of fun and recreation. So, I mean, never a dull moment and always fun. I don't really believe in compatibility. I feel like you just kind of work together based off your individual characteristics, and I think it's more about synastry. Maybe I'll talk about in other videos, but technically in pop astrology, fires go with other fires, and they go with air signs. Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, and other fires are Leo and Aries. And you get along with fire signs because you know how they operate. And so this Leo is fiery like you, and sometimes they might throw tantrums, but I think slowly moving towards them and just them, even though I know you like to date around, but slowly moving toward a more committed one-on-one relationship with them would be good for you to grow and to learn. And I think what you will get from them, from the Leo, will be more fulfilling than these shallow relationships you've had with outliers and people who don't understand you and have different needs than you do. So that is your reading, Sagittarius. Thank you very much. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and leave a comment below. Again, if you would like to schedule a personal reading, I am offering name your price readings. So please follow the instructions in the description box below. Thank you for watching. I appreciate you. See you next new moon.